Welcome along to our social media show. Get inside the music. Time with Chico.
Keep thinking about me. Your body's making me weak. Baby, no feelings. You don't need to call me on a weekend.
Good afternoon, Khaylsis. It's Chico here from Get Inside the Music. We have Olivia and we have Georgia. How are you doing?
Yeah, good, thank you. Thank you so much for having us on.
No problem at all. Apologies for obviously the delay in getting you on. We've had a bit of a nightmare technical, but that's technology for you. Like I said, thanks for coming on today. The guys want to just find out a bit about you. We're going to find out a bit about your songs. You've done so much charity work, and to be fair, your awards that you're getting, that you've been receiving, is pretty impressive as well. So we'll start by talking about where you're from. Obviously, you're from Hartlepool, and your sisters. Give the guys a bit of an insight on how you two ended up in music together.
You go first. Yeah, so basically I've always sang from being, well, as long as I can remember really. And then we got gifted a piano for, it might have been Christmas one year. And you started teaching yourself how to play, didn't you? Yeah. And then I'm sure she was, like, she got really, really good just off YouTube and things like that. And then one day I was upstairs doing something, probably singing at the top of my lungs, and I heard her play the Rihanna song on the keyboard, and I started singing along. And I was like, you know what, that could actually work. It sounds quite nice.
When you look back now, it probably wasn't the best.
It was probably horrendous. So I came downstairs and I was like, Georgia, just play that little bit again. So we did it together, and my mum came in and she was like, oh my God, you need to do that together, girls. It sounds beautiful. So then it really just went from there, to be honest, and then we started writing and you started producing and things, and yeah,
you seem to have like quite a good connection with yourself with the music side. Obviously you're going to have that connection because you're sisters, but obviously yourself, Olivia, you are, like, say, the vocal side, and Georgia, you are the one that helps produce, and obviously you sing and stuff as well. But it's quite nice how you can link together as sisters as well, because obviously in this industry, it's obviously quite hard, obviously, industry to get into, but if you can link that together and obviously help your sisters out to make this music that you're doing, is pretty amazing. So what was your first song that you actually brought out?
So our first song that we ever wrote together, we actually didn't release because it was just an acoustic one on the piano. Because at the time we obviously didn't know how to produce and everything, so we were just doing it at home on the piano. But our first one that we actually produced was called Over You, and I think that was released, I have no idea when that was released.
quite a long time ago, to be honest.
But yeah, looking back now, it's actually quite a good song if we've got loads of good feedback from that. So
No, I think it's good, and to be fair, a lot of the views that you can see on, obviously, on your pages and that lot about your songs are really good. So what we'll do is we'll play that one now for the guys to have a listen to.
When you're coming home and it's late at night, the smell of your perfume and whiskey, boy, you can't hide. While you're running around trying to bring me down, I ain't your bitch, but she ain't gonna steal my crown. 'Cause I don't wanna give you up.
Khaylsis, that was Over You. Thanks for that. The guys obviously love, if they want to listen to that one, they can obviously go onto your platforms and download the whole song. It was just a nice little clip to sort of get them in the mood and see what you're all about. Talk to us about some of the stuff that you've been doing, especially during lockdown and pre-lockdown. You obviously do a lot of bars, events and restaurants and stuff. Just give us a bit of insight. What is your daily life when COVID's not happening, I suppose, as initially?
Well, to be honest, our daily life hasn't actually changed that much, because we work from home anyway, and from Monday to Friday we write in our little home studio, and then, like you say, we play festivals. We were doing a lot of Pride events this year, well, meant to be. And yeah, things were going in such an amazing way. It's such a shame what happened with things, but you know, we've got everything lined up again next year, and maybe we might get a couple of gigs in the back end this year if it's safe for everybody.
But it's been good for our I'd obviously, because we've got nothing else to do. There's nowhere to go. We can't get distracted with anything.
We've ended up writing about 40 songs.
Yeah, I'd say we've got between 50 and 60 lined up on the computer now.
Already produced, recorded and everything, so it's a shame that we can't get them out there as of yet, but it has sort of been a blessing in disguise for our music, because it's given us the time to be able to really focus on like working on ourselves, working on our like product.
Yeah.
But it hasn't been too bad, and obviously we live together and things.
To be fair, from obviously talking to a lot of singers, that's the positive that has actually come from this COVID, that you guys have actually got time to actually sit at home, be in your studios, write some music. So when you can go out and start performing again, your repertoire of song is going to be massive, which is great. And obviously you can iron out these things that you can't normally do, because if you're gigging every week or out every week, and you know yourself, it's long days, long hours, you've actually got the time at the moment to concentrate on producing the perfect music for you guys to actually put out. So we've got to take it as a blessing, because there's nothing we can do at the end of the day. And fingers crossed, touch wood, you will actually be out and about and singing again by the end of 2021 with a bit of luck. There was one thing I obviously saw on your site which I thought was absolutely amazing. I'm right into charity stuff as well myself. You've done a song called Smile for Bradley. Can you give us an insight about that? Because like I said, that is quite dear to my heart, charity stuff. So I think it's quite nice that the guys can actually see it's not all about just you two trying to break the money, if that makes sense. You're trying to help other people out as well, and I think that's just amazing and very honourable.
Yeah, so you met Bradley first, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah. I went to, you know, when everybody was sending him the cards, Christmas cards.
Yeah.
Because he literally only lived up like the road from us, about 5 minutes away. And I went up and we were sat opening the Christmas cards, and he came over and gave me a big cuddle, and he was just the most loveliest little boy. And basically we just wanted to try and help in any way that we could, and obviously with our music, with us doing what we do, we thought, why not release a song and try and raise some money and things. And to be honest, we never expected it to take off the way it did. Obviously he touched everybody's heart, and it was absolutely amazing the way it took off, wasn't it?
Yeah, we chose to do the song by Charlie Chaplin because it was his smile that was dead infectious. Everyone commented on. But we thought not just to do the original version, like we changed it and we added our own verse on the end.
Just to make it a little bit more personal.
Yeah, like to relate to him.
Yeah.
Obviously, about him being a superhero and stuff, because that's what he loved to.
No, that's pretty amazing. And I think it's definitely worth saying how well that actually did in the charts, and is the official charts top 40, and
it got to number 4 in the official UK top 40 and number 1 on MTV's trending chart.
Which is amazing to actually do that sort of thing, like say for charity, for Bradley as well. I think that's absolutely amazing. So I think we're definitely going to have to play a bit of that clip for him now. So here is Smile for Bradley.
Your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by if you smile through your fear and sorrow. Smile and maybe tomorrow you will see the sun come shining through for you. Light up your face with gladness, hide every trace of sadness. All the words here may be near.
That was Smile, absolutely amazing. Bradley must be so proud of you too. So thank you ever so much, especially from me as well. That's amazing. Your songs, what was the next one you brought out? And just give us a bit of insight on some of these awards that you've been winning and been put forward to, because like that's a repertoire of an amazing amount of awards, and I think it's brilliant what you've been doing.
Thank you. So we actually brought out an EP.
Yeah, that was last year. We brought out, I think it was 4 songs, our EP. So yeah, you can stream that everywhere as well.
That was actually under a different name. So we were Living G before Khaylsis. That was just our names. I get called Liv, George got called G, and I still call her G.
Yeah.
But we wanted to change things up and sort of rebrand and things and become a little bit more professional. We ended up becoming Khaylsis.
And then we've just released a song a couple of months ago called Do It For Me, and that's available to stream and download as well.
Yeah.
I think that's more a reflection of what we started writing at the beginning of the first lockdown. And then what we started writing lately is a bit more saucy, if you know what I mean. A bit more less pop, a bit more like Latin reggaeton sort of style R&B.
Yeah.
Is what we've been doing.
And so what are these? What are the awards that you've won and you've been put forward to?
Yeah. So the first award we ever won was the UB award, and that was years and years ago. And we went to this. Obviously, we were just starting out, and we were so over the moon that we even got invited to the awards night because it was such a big thing in Newcastle. And we were up for Pop Act of the Year, and
all these amazing like names that we'd heard of, and we were like, oh look there they are, and we were
they're
like,
all
oh,
getting nominated.
so we would take a photo of the screen, like, oh there's our name, and then they shouted our name, we were like, what?
We were like, no, they've got that wrong.
Wow.
That's not right. We haven't won that. And we literally, everybody was over the moon. We ended up performing, and everybody was so kind and so supportive, weren't they? And we look back and we're a completely different act now, but it was just, it's crazy, and everybody is so supportive, especially in the northeast. Everybody's really good around now with supporting like each other's music and things. But then we went on to win Cash for Kids.
Yes, so it was a competition run by TFM and Metro Radio.
Yeah.
It's called the Big Audition. So basically what you have to do is one half's the performance side and one half's fundraising, which obviously we love to do anyway. So.
And we actually raised the most amount that any contestant had ever raised in the entire competition. So we were really, really over the moon with that.
Wow. That's brilliant, and it's just shows again that you're not just doing it for yourself. You're trying to support others as well, and like I say, that's pretty amazing. So, was that the O2 Academy at Newcastle that award was at?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
The U-Beat one, yeah, that was at the O2.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was saying it was completely sold out as well, and that's pretty impressive. And it does say about your fundraising as well that the amount you raised within 2 weeks was pretty impressive. So. Well done on that, guys. It was amazing to see that. Obviously, as well, during lockdown, there's a lot of you guys on doing your Instagram lives and stuff like that, which I think is great for you guys as well. Like you say, you're at home, you can't go out. And I know it's hard not to have your claps and your rounds of applause, and that's where you get your energy sometimes from, isn't it? And obviously, when you're on Instagram, you haven't got the people there. You can't see their reactions. Yes, you can get your thumbs up, likes and stuff like that. So what sort of things have you been doing, and or just give the guys really the insight on what your Instagram pages are and your Facebooks, bit about social media really, so people can find you.
So basically, we just try and keep everything as real as possible. We know there's this big debate going on at the minute about is social media good for kids and things, and we take our social media really, really
light-hearted.
Yeah, and we just try and be ourselves, to be honest. So we found that the best way to show everybody who we actually are is Instagram Lives, because a video you never really know, like, is that the way they actually look, is that the way they're worn? And so we've been doing these Instagram Lives, and basically we've been getting other artists who are well known around the northeast, and even we've had people from America and things just come on and sing a song and talk about lockdown, and it's more just support, to be honest, because we're not getting out and meeting anybody else, and it's just a bit of entertainment for the people.
I think that's really good, because like you say, when it is live, you can't put a fake persona on. Do you know what I mean? You can try, but it comes out if it's not, and that's why we like doing these interviews, because people get to see about you, and obviously they find out about all the charity stuff that you've been doing. So I think that's really good. And what is your Instagram pages and Facebook pages for people to find you? Just obviously we'll stick it at the bottom of the screen for them.
So our Instagram is Khaylsis Music, and our Facebook is just Khaylsis.
Perfect. Okay, no worries. We'll put that on, and we'll put some music on for the guys.
In here have no choice. I'ma tell you just what we want. We are equal. I can undress just for me, no man to impress. We don't need this constant oppress. We are equal. in the hereafter, I've never seen someone like you. You're a knife, sharpened.
Everyone can find out where you are now across all the social media platforms. So please take a follow and find these lovely ladies and really help and support them like they're supporting everybody else. What was the other songs that you've brought out before we wrap up the interview?
Yeah, so we've released a song called For One Night, which is one of our favourites that we've ever wrote. And it's got that saucy vibe that George was talking about. And it's got like a little bit of a, I would say Latin, like...
It's Spanish.
Yeah.
Spanish, Latin, that sort of...
Yeah, that vibe.
Yeah. I think it's a bit, the lyrics are what we focused on more in that one, as well as the, like the hooks as well. But I think it's a good one to get a little dance going too. Yeah, dance. Yeah.
A little dance, and to be fair, I think people need that little dance at the moment with everything going on. So no, that's really good. But to be fair, girls, I think we've absolutely covered everything, and we really appreciate your time today. Obviously, please keep in touch with everything you're doing. Obviously, we'll stick it across on our websites. We've obviously got our awards coming up, as starts on the 19th of February. So obviously, promote that, get your votes in for that as well. Obviously keep promoting our page, we'll keep promoting your page and stuff. That's all we ask. That's why we're doing this. We're not doing it to make millions, we're doing it to help out and stuff like that. So yeah, from me, thank you ever so much. And if you girls would like to introduce your song Do It For Me, that would be the interview. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us on, and this is our song Do It For Me.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us, we really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I think about you lately. All I seem to do, this boy has got me crazy. Yeah, you got me stressing